Welcome back to the Dragon Quest VIII 100% guide. This episode is going to be a bit longer than the previous two since we're covering a bigger area. I plan to lengthen these videos moving forward so that we can get more done in a single section of the game. In this episode, we will be exploring the Alexandria region. Here, you will find 2 towns and 1 dungeon, plus many new enemies. We are finally able to pick up the Cameron's Codex side quest as well, so we can turn in all the photographs we have taken thus far. And now, without further ado, let's get right into it. First thing we do is take a picture of Calderasha inside his house for Codex entry number 118, Miss Clearing Marble. We then head outside and travel out to the south exit of Fairbury to begin our pursuit of Dulmagus. King Trode will greet you upon leaving, and the party tell him all that they learned from Calderasha's foresight. To his dismay, the king learned that it was Dulmagus who killed his own master. We inform him that Dulmagus was headed through the southern checkpoint, so the group began their pursuit. After regaining control of the hero, follow the path south and take the first path you come across heading west. This is the same path we took before when we headed to the tree with orange leaves. From here, take the next path heading south until you come across a charred ruined gate of a bridge. There are new monsters in this area and they pack a little bit of a punch, so make sure you keep yourself healed. In the Alexandria region, we can run into these new monsters. First, there's the Drakmage. Starting now, we will start running into upgraded and recolored versions of weaker monsters we have found earlier in the game. The Drakmage is a stronger version of the Draki, but not by much. It gives you 11 EXP and gold, and has a chance to drop a medicinal herb or chimera's wing at the end of battle. Next, we have the Fungal. These guys can be annoying as they have a tendency to use an attack called Sweet Breath, which has a chance of putting multiple party members to sleep. If you're really unlucky, it can put your whole party to sleep in one turn. They give 15 EXP upon defeat and 18 gold, and have a chance of dropping an antidotal herb or plain cheese. Next we have the Fencing Fox. These guys can be devastating if you're low health, so make sure you keep yourself healthy until you're high enough level to deal with them effectively. They are fairly fast, but they can be normally killed in just 2 regular attacks at your current level. They drop 23 EXP when defeated and 24 gold. These foxes also have a chance of dropping Wayfarer's Clothes or Gold Bracer as items. Next we have the Jail Cat. This monster is an upgraded version of the Candy Cat from the Fairbury region. It can only be found once you start heading towards Port Prospect past the Alexandria Tower. They give you 21 EXP upon being defeated, as well as 12 gold, and they have a chance to drop a bandana or a plain cheese. Next we have the Frog Face. These frogs may look harmless at first, but when you attack them, they will turn around showing a devilish face. When in this form, they tend to do more damage than their calm looking side. They give you 22 EXP and 20 gold. They also drop either a medicinal herb or an armor sicko essence upon their defeat. Now we have the Spiked Hare. These nasty little creatures are a more powerful version of the Bunnycorn. They like to psych up and do tremendous damage. If their tension level is 20, they can do upwards of between 30 to 35 damage. Prioritize the ones that reach their tension levels. Spiked Hares give you 35 EXP once defeated and 20 gold, plus they have a chance of dropping either a medicinal herb or a bunny tail. These next monsters are the sea creatures that you can find down by the beach heading towards Port Prospect. They may be too tough for you to deal with currently, so tread with caution. First we have the Sea Urchin. There isn't too much to say about these guys. They're the weakest of the aquatic creatures you can find here, but they give you 35 EXP plus 20 gold. They have a chance of dropping a medicinal herb or a banded grass skirt upon their defeat. Next we have the Man-O-War. These guys can be quite deadly if not dealt with quickly. They have a surprising amount of health and their attacks have a chance to paralyze you. They give you 23 EXP and 18 gold, and they have a chance of dropping a moonwort bulb or plain cheese upon their defeat. Now last but not least, there is the Yabby. The Yabby are little crabs, but they don't do anything special. They have a decent amount of health and do sizable damage. They do however have some of the best drops, that being either a boomerang or a scale shield. They give you 31 EXP and 27 gold upon their defeat. Across this bridge is the region of Alexandria. In this area, we can find a pair of slime earrings, 100 gold, a seed of strength, and a seed of life. Head across, and once over the bridge, take a right up the small hill and open a chest at the top which contains a pair of slime earrings. Continue along the path and stop by the first town we come across to our left. Make your way inside. This is the town of Alexandria. Once inside, we're greeted by 2 boys named Bangers and Mash. They peg us as bandits and try to fight us, but as we're about to wall up these boys, a lady interrupts us. She tells the boys to mind their manners and that is no way to welcome travelers to the town. She proceeded to hit them both on the head, and man, I was really hoping I could do that one. She assures us that Alexandria was a lovely little town. There's just been a lot going on around here lately. which we will find out more about soon enough. We rest at the inn for the night and then head back out into the field in search of more treasure. Upon leaving the town, we'll head east into the fields beside the town, where you'll find a chest containing 100 gold pieces. Heading back to the path going east, you will see a tower known as the Tower of Alexandria. Head inside here to unlock a fast travel point, as we will be coming back here later. Now let's backtrack and head south where the path branches off. While walking in this direction, you will see a beach down by the water. This is our first stop. Keep in mind that the monsters here might be too strong for you at the current moment, so try to avoid them as best you can. On the west side of the beach, there's a chest which contains a seed of strength. Once again, head back to the path and keep following it in the direction away from which you came. You will come across another town called Port Prospect. Once you're near the town, turn and run south towards a narrow path leading to the coast. Follow it and you will come upon the last chest in this area, which contains a seed of life. In this area, you'll need to observe and take a picture of a jail cat while it's washing its face. If you haven't already come across one, they are the white cats with blue stripes. It's needed for Codex entry number 2, Fresh Face Feline, so make sure you get a good shot of it, because if you're too far away, it will not register. Enter Port Prospect and get the fast travel point, then use the zoom spell or a Chimera's Wing to fast travel back to Alexandria. In Alexandria, there are quite a bit of items we can collect, that being 34 gold, a medicinal herb, 1 holy water, 1 Chimera's Wing, 1 plate cheese, a set of Wayfarer's clothes, a seed of magic, and a moonwort bulb. Make sure you check out the shops in this town as well, and buy what you do not have if you have the gold to spare. Go ahead and buy a stone axe and equip it to Genghis. We'll begin by heading to the house on the right. Inside, break the pots in the kitchen for a medicinal herb, then search her wardrobes to obtain 11 gold. Next, carry on over the bridge heading east in the town, and break the pots on the side of the house next to the inn for a holy water. Inside this house, search the wardrobes on the right to obtain a Chimera's Wing. Head out of the house and up the hill towards the mansion. After entering the building, immediately turn to the left and head into the door. Follow the hall and into the kitchen on the left. Break the pots in here for 5 gold and some plain cheese. Now head back to the main foyer and climb up the stairs. To the right, you will see a lady sitting here at a table. This is Rosalind, Jessica's mom. Take a picture of her for Cameron's Codex entry number 119, Alexandria's Lady of the Manor. After this, make your way into the room on the left side of the upper floor and search the wardrobes for a set of Wayfarer's clothes. Proceed up the stairs that are in this room into the attic and break all the barrels for a seed of magic, 18 gold, and a moonwort bulb. Here in the attic there is a maid. Speak to her and she will cry that she hates mice. A mouse will then run out and crawl inside a hole in the wall. Interact with this hole in the wall to send Munchie through it. This will initiate one of the few chances in the game where you will get to control Munchie. Head down the stairs to the right, and at the bottom it will show you a desk with the mouse we saw previously standing on it, along with a letter laying on top. After this scene, make your way to the broom propped up against the desk and climb up. Grab the letter, head back up the stairs, and back through the hole. Munchie gives us the letter and we see that it's from Jessica. It says that she's going to the tower in the east and she will not be back until she avenges her brother's death. After reading the letter, mosey on over to the main area of the second floor of the mansion and speak to the 2 children guarding the central door. You try to tell them that Jessica isn't in the room, but they won't believe you without showing them proof. Show them the letter and Bangers will check the room just to make sure. He will be shocked to find that we weren't lying to him, and he will say that he wants to travel with us to the tower in the east so that he can show us how to open the door. Zoom to the Alexandria Tower, and there, Bangers will demonstrate that the door is open from the bottom instead of being pushed or pulled open. Bangers tells us to help Jessica, and we head inside the tower. A couple of new monsters can be found here in the tower, that being the Imp and the Heel Slime. As for the Imp, these guys can be pretty dangerous if you're unlucky. They have the ability to exhale a cold breath, which can do 17 damage to each party member. They also have a tendency, which can make these fights extremely easy as well. The Imps attempt to use a few powerful spells such as Thwack, Kaboom, and Kamikaze. However, they do not have enough magic points to cast these spells, and they will effectively fall over and waste their turn. Next we have the Heel Slime. Heel Slimes aren't particularly difficult to defeat if you can take them out quickly. They have the ability to heal themselves as well as other enemies, so focus on defeating them first in battle so they can't heal anything. These slimes give you 18 EXP and 20 gold, and they have a chance to drop a medicinal herb or an Armo Secco essence upon defeat. There's quite a bit of treasure in the tower as well, that being 240 gold, a seed of agility, a moonwort bulb, 2 medicinal herbs, a seed of strength, an antidotal herb, and a scale shield. Firstly, head up the stairs and take the path left into the building. Follow the path until you're outside again, and there should lay a chest in front of you which contains 200 gold pieces. Walk left around the building until you reach more stairs. Go up the stairs, ignoring the door that is on your left as the door will lead nowhere, and follow the path until the next room. Once inside, unlock the door to ensure you can get into this tower easier in the future. Take the ladder down and break the pots and barrels for a moonwort bulb, 22 gold, and a medicinal herb. Then open the chest for a seat of agility. Next, go back up the 2 ladders and exit the building. Follow this path and enter the main tower. Once inside the main tower, you will notice buttons on the walls that look like faces on both sides. These trigger rotating walls. Head upstairs and trigger the wall in front of you, then look to the left for 2 barrels, which contain a seed of strength and 7 gold pieces. Go back and trigger another button on the other wall, then pass through another rotating wall. This room contains the stairs. Look to the right and you'll see some barrels which hold a medicinal herb. Take the stairs up to the next floor. There is nothing on this floor, so just continue upward. Walk around this path until you reach the north side of the room. Look to the south and you will see another button which reveals a hidden room. In this room, there's a pot on the left which contains an antidotal herb. And to the right of the room, there is a chest with a scale shield. This is the last of the treasures in the tower, so head up the stairs. At the top of the tower, walk up towards the statue of Alexandria. This will trigger a cutscene. Jessica will appear behind you at the bottom of the stairs, indicating that we made it to the top before her. She will think that you are the murderers of her brother Alistair and try to kill you with balls of fire. The hero dodges and she charges up for a final attack, but before she can fire it, she is interrupted by the voice of her brother, which seems to be coming from the statue. He tells her to stay her spell and she fires it in the direction away from us. He says that after he died, a part of his soul was allowed to linger in the statue of Alexandria. However, he does not have much time. Alistair assures her that we are not the ones who killed him. A flashback rolls and it shows that in fact Dulmagus was the one who murdered Alistair. Alistair tells his little sister Jessica that no matter what, even if her mother doesn't agree, she must follow her heart. King Trode appears from the bottom of the stairs and scares the crap out of Yangus.
Oh blimey, Grandad, where'd you spring from?
He says that it appears Alistair also wants us to bring Dulmagus to justice, and that his sacrifice shall not be in vain. Upon leaving the tower, a saddened Jessica apologizes for her behavior towards us, says that we will speak later and to meet back at the village of Alexandria. After we head back to the village, go over to the inn and talk to Bangers. He will tell us that him and Mash put their pocket money together so that we could spend a night at the inn. Head inside, talk to the innkeep, and rest for the night. After falling asleep, you'll see a vision of King Trode hammering something in the back of the carriage that Medea pulls. This will be of importance later. When you wake up, exit the inn and head up towards the mansion. Head inside. Once inside, go up the stairs and to the right you will trigger a cutscene between Jessica and her mother. She is arguing with her mother that she wants to go out and avenge her brother's death. Her mother, however, thinks that she should be a proper lady and stay put to mourn her brother's death. She tells her mom that Alistair spoke to her and that she is going to follow her heart just like he told her to. Her mother tells Jessica that as far as she is concerned, she no longer has a daughter, resulting in Jessica storming off. After the cutscene is over, it's time that we raided Jessica's room. Enter her room and head up the stairs, and in the wardrobe on the right, you should find Jessica's outfit. This is the outfit she was wearing when she attacked us in the tower. Next, turn around and over by the boxes along the wall, there should be a golden slime. Take a picture of the slime for Codex Entry number 90, Alexandria's Golden Slime. After this, leave the mansion and set out for Port Prospect.
Before I forget, there was actually one Codex entry that we forgot to get. This one was in the Alexandria Tower. We're going to head back there really quick, and all the way up at the top of the tower where the statue was, we're going to take a picture of the statue for Codex Entry number 27, Statue of Alexandria. Now, we'll head to Port Prospect for real this time.
Upon entering the town, a cutscene with Cameron should occur. This is where the Cameron's Codex side quest officially begins. He will ask you to take a photo of him and show it to him, then proceeds to ask you to take a picture of any monster. Head outside the town and take a picture of the first monster you come across for Codex Entry number 1, Shoot a Monster. Speak to Cameron again and you should have completed all available entries so far except for number 28 and number 29, which we will get in this town. He will give you an Ewe monster. The items that we can find in this town are an Uda monster, a chimera's wing, a medicinal herb, a seed of wisdom, a holy water, 17 gold, and a gold bracer. To the left of the entrance from town, you should see quite a bit of barrels and pots that you are able to destroy. Do this and you will receive a chimera's wing, a medicinal herb, and a seed of wisdom. Next, head inside the inn and search the wardrobe that is in the bed chambers. It should contain a holy water. Behind the beds in the inn, there should be a ledge with a golden slime sitting on it. Take a picture of it for Codex entry number 91, Prospect Golden Slime, then exit the inn. Run past the shops that are on your left to a little gazebo that has an old lady under it. There should be a couple of barrels you can break for 17 gold pieces. Now, travel towards the port and take a picture of the lighthouse before you head down the stairs for Codex entry number 28, Prospect Lighthouse. Then turn in the rest of your Codex entries. For all the entries you have collected so far throughout the guide, we should have a total of 16 stamps. Cameron will give us an Armor Secco Essence, a Seed of Skill, and a Double Bubble as rewards. Make sure you heal and save before continuing because there is a boss fight coming up. I would also recommend that you take a little bit of time to level up if you are not at least level 11. This upcoming boss has a couple of devastating attacks that can sometimes rely on RNG if you want to survive. Now head down towards the port into the lighthouse. Once inside the lighthouse, make way to the back and you will see Jessica talking with some burly looking fellow. She's arguing with the man that she wants to go out to sea, but the man says that there is a monster and that he cannot put her in danger. Jessica sees us and runs over saying that she's glad that we're here and that she has a favor to ask us. She pulls us back over to where she was talking with the burly man and tells him that she asked us to take care of the monster that's been terrorizing the ships. I don't think we signed up for this. We tell her that we'll take care of the monster, talk to her again, and we will set out to sea to take care of the creature. A giant squid named Calamari will attack us when we are out to sea. Note that his attacks can be very devastating. He has 2 multi-target attacks and 1 single target that does massive damage. Starting on turn 1, Calamari will always use Flame Breath, which can hit both members of your party. Take turn 1 to defend on both characters to take as less damage as possible. Throughout the battle, you will most likely be healing a party member every turn with the hero. If you're in an emergency, you can also use a medicinal herb with Yangus. Using the herb will not break your tension levels. To defeat him the fastest, you will want to psych up with Yangus to 50, then attack. If you have the Helm Splitter ability from the Axe Tree, use it instead as it has a small chance of lowering the boss's defenses. Repeat this process and he should be defeated after just 3 cycles. After defeating Calamari, he will award you with a gold bracer. He tells us that the reason he was attacking ships was because a jester was walking across the water and put some kind of spell on him that made him angry. Once he leaves, we will head back to Port Prospect. If you want to save or buy anything else, do it now before we head to the next major island. Once you're ready, come back and speak with Jessica. When you talk to her, she will ask if she can travel with you because you're both pursuing Domagus. Say yes, and she will join your party. After that, we will head onto the ship. While on the ship, Yangus will tell Jessica about how you two met, and that he used to be a bandit and tried to make you and the king pay a toll to cross a bridge. The bridge collapsed and the hero saved Yangus's life, which made Yangus want to travel with the hero. After this story, you will regain control for a short bit. There's a small bit of treasure that we can collect on this ferry, that being a pot lid, 22 gold, 2 medicinal herbs, 1 antidotal herb, a seed of life, a seed of agility, and a bronze knife. Head into the room towards the back of the ship. After entering, face left and you will see a lone barrel containing a pot lid. Run north and break 2 barrels for 12 gold and a medicinal herb. Next, head to the back right and you should see 2 pots and barrels. Break them to obtain an antidotal herb. In the front right of the room, there should be a bit of pots and barrels. Break them all and you should receive a medicinal herb, a seed of life, and a seed of agility. Now go downstairs and break the pots by the stairs for 10 gold pieces. Proceed to enter the room and open the chest here, which contains a bronze knife. Lastly, speak to King Trode, who should be sitting here at the table with the captain of the ship. Here will be the introduction of the alchemy pot. This is what the king was hammering on in his carriage earlier. This is used as the crafting system in the game, and a lot of really good items will come from this. We will start using it in the next episode. After this scene, we will eventually arrive at the next town called Paragon Cay. On that note, we're going to end off this episode. I wanted to start getting the series going with as much information as I could per episode, so I hope you guys are enjoying the guide so far. Next time, we will be heading towards Myella Abbey, as well as making a lot of use out of our newly acquired alchemy pot. We will be going back to some places we've already been and opening some chests that we previously did not have access to. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, as well as share this video with a friend. Feel free to join my Discord and follow my Twitter to keep in touch with me. Links are as always in the description down below. See you all next time.